How you doing, YouTubers? This is Galen. Making this video out of Sierra Blanca, Texas. Well, I'm starting to make this video out of Sierra Blanca, Texas. I'm on my way to Philly. Nice 2,000-mile trip. I got ahead of me 3 days, 3 full days. I delivered Saturday morning. But I'm making this video because, you know, I told you I was going to make a video on the big companies, the small companies, and the medium-sized companies. I apologize for the shaking of the video. This is my first time ever doing it while driving, so I'm gonna try something new today. But with the medium, this video is gonna be on the medium-sized companies. With the medium-sized companies, the thing with them is they take the pros and cons of both the big companies and the pros and cons of the small company. All right. With medium-sized companies, like I say with all size companies, they might not be for everybody. You know, medium-sized companies are transitioning over from having very little trucks to now 300, 400, 500 trucks in their fleet. You know, it's a transition that can cause a stress for both dispatchers and management. With medium-sized company, you got to be a tad bit more patient, and you got to be on your A game. The reason why I say that is because with medium-sized companies, they still have the nice equipment. You know, they got nice equipment, but with their nice equipment, they have refrigerators, microwaves, APUs on them, and stuff like that. So, excuse me. But that's how the medium-sized companies are. So if they're gonna put this type of stuff in there, they want their drivers to be good, not late or having a bunch of, you know, late loads, being late for pickups, late for deliveries, or, you know, when it's time for you to go out, you give them a hard time, stuff like that. They understand that, you know, just like anybody, you're human, and stuff happens, you know. But with what I see with medium-sized loads is their patience is just a little bit. They don't have as much patience as larger companies or small companies because they have a place that they're trying to be. Usually, when somebody gets into a medium-sized companies, they want to get to the big dogs. Because I think what happens is when they're small and they get truck by truck by truck by truck, they start to see the revenue come in, and they're saying, wow. And then the customers are saying, hey, listen, you could have had these loads if you had 50 more trucks, you know. So now the ownership is looking at it like, man, I need to get 50 more trucks. I need to get 75, 80 more trailers, you know. And I don't believe that they go like that, you know. They go from 100 to 150. I'm pretty sure they probably go 100, then they probably order like 10, 15 more, and then they get 15 more, and then, you know, before they know it, they, you know, at 500 trucks, you know. But I believe it's customer, you know, demand. You know, they're seeing like, man, I could have had this load. I just didn't have enough equipment. So that's what they're doing. They're transitioning from that small company to that big company now. They want to get bigger. All right, the money's looking good, but when it comes to getting bigger, they have to save money in other ways. All right, because they have to, one, yeah, they get more trucks, but with more trucks come more maintenance. So with more maintenance, you need more maintenance personnel. More trucks comes more drivers. More drivers, you need more dispatchers. That's what dispatchers are. What dispatchers supposed to be. Dispatchers supposed to be the voice of the driver. You got an issue out on the road, you let your dispatcher know, dispatcher handle it for you. That's how it's supposed to work. Does it always work like that? No. Alright, so they gotta, you know, they're hiring personnel, they gotta pay them. So now they gotta make money and others save money. Now some small companies, I'm gonna be honest, they don't even got their trucks governed. I've seen a guy, he 100 miles an hour down the road. I saw him at, you know, on an operator right now. I'm a company driver. All right. with medium-sized companies, once upon a time they might have used to be like that. But now they got to save money. One on insurance, another on fuel. There are the two departments, two ways that medium-sized companies save money. Fuel, insurance. Now, fuel, you open, you're filling up like that. You're getting 4 miles a gallon, 3 miles a gallon, 5 on a good day if you stay on a flat surface. So now they're like, okay, how can we save fuel? All of our trucks are open. How about we govern them? Find out what a governor is. They might govern them 70, 68, 65. As drivers, we don't like these changes. But the company do, because it puts more money in their pocket. Alright? Another way is insurance. They do little things. Dropping the speed, governing your truck saves insurance. Alright? Saves money on insurance. Rider and pet policy. I'm pretty sure they look at that. If they got 400 drivers, or 400 trucks, 400 drivers, or whatever, and they see that only 110 of them are utilizing this pet policy and rider policy, why continue to pay it? Because they got to pay a higher premium, because now the insurance got to cover you, the truck, the passenger, the dog, the cat, the turtle, whatever. It has to cover it. But if they take it away, guess what? Now they save money. So they're like, shoot, we can save money. Let's just take this policy away. It's not being used. Why? Alright? Now, the good thing is they do sometimes get health care. Because when you have a certain number, they get a credit, a tax credit for it. Alright? So some small companies, they probably never offer health care. But medium, I've yet to see, maybe I'm wrong, I've yet to see a medium-sized company without health insurance. I've yet to see that, I've yet to see a medium and a big company without health insurance, or direct deposit. That's another one, direct deposit. You get that with them. So like I said, you get the pros and cons, you get the equipment of the small truck companies, you get the refrigerators, the microwaves, the APUs, But I'm not saying all big companies don't give APUs, but I've seen more medium-sized companies with them than bigger companies. But you get the APU, and I'm talking about fuel APU, not that temperature control one where it's used just for. I'm talking. This is the one where you can plug your TV, your video game system, your refrigerator. I mean, not your refrigerator, your microwave, if it don't already come with a microwave and stuff like that. Let's see. Dedicated. I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I haven't seen a medium-sized company offer dedicated. Maybe I'm wrong, but I personally haven't seen anybody promote it. If they promote it, it's probably just for one lane there and back. But I really haven't seen too many medium-sized companies promote dedicated. Also, they want you to stay out a little longer. Once upon a time, they wanted their drivers home every week. Well, they need to make more money, got more trucks. They might got more empty trucks. And we all know, you got 500 trucks, but only 325 drivers. Those other 175 trucks still need to be paid off. Alright? Because people think these companies just go out and just drop cash on all these. No, they finance it. So they got to use the 325 trucks that are rolling to pay the other 175. So now they need you to make a little bit more money. Stay out. Hey, I need you to stay out 10 days instead of 7 or 6. I need you to stay out 12 days instead of 7 to 10. So those 2 extra days, 3 extra days can pay off the truck that's empty, that's just been sitting there, not making money. So they might want you to stay out. And then being, your dispatch. In El Paso, I've seen one company switch 3 buildings because they're growing so rapidly in the last 5-6 years. One company, they went from this small trailer to a decent sized big lot. Now they got a whole building with a huge lot that they actually rent out some of their space to because it's so big. So with that comes the small company, you can go to your dispatcher, you can touch them, you can shake their hand, you can make up a handshake with them, you can talk about the kids and how it was over the 4-day or whatever. You can negotiate your load. You can say, hey, look, don't give me that. Let me get that one right there. Let me get that load right there. You can't do that no more. When they get bigger, dispatcher gets a little further back. Now there's a door separating you. You got to open the door to get in. Then when they get a little bigger, even more bigger, now you got glass and you can't even see your dispatcher. You talk to somebody that's dedicated to just giving you your outbound load, and that's it. You know, you can talk to your dispatcher a few minutes because now he got 50, 60 other drivers he needs to deal with. So the thing with these medium-sized companies is that they're transitioning. So as you're coming in, they might be one way 1 week or 1 month. Give it another few months and they might change policies on you. You know, big companies, they got their policies already set. They've been doing it for a while. Medium-sized companies, they're transitioning, so the policies start changing. Oh, we got new health insurance because we need to save money on that instead. So if you got Humana, now we got Blue Cross. No more rider policy. Sign-on bonuses one day used to be $2,000. You know, now it's $1,000. You know, $500, $1,000, whatever. You know. So that's the thing about medium-sized company. They're finding themselves. So, like I said, I've driven for it. I enjoyed it. Had a nice APU, nice Kenworth. You know, I was going, once again, when I started working there, I was going 70. Got a message on the Qualcomm, bring the truck in. I didn't know what they were going to do. They did their daily maintenance. I got on the road. I couldn't go faster than 67 miles an hour. I called my dispatcher. Hey, what's going on, man? My truck, going slower than usual. Oh, well, we're dropping all the speeds on the trucks because, we need to save, drivers aren't doing good as far as MPGs. Oh, okay. I thought I was doing pretty good. Well, yeah, it's company policy. So, stuff like that happens with medium-sized companies. Like I said, nothing against medium-sized, nothing against none of these companies. They just, not for everybody. You gotta find out. That's the reason why, like I said, when I first made my other video, I am happy that I went big, and then I went to a big company, then I went to a medium, then I went to a small, because I was able to test the waters, test what's out there. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't test what's out there because people, they fear that if they go to another company, they can't come back to other. You leave on good terms, you can come back. You say, hey, listen, I just want to try something else out. You're a big company. I'm looking for this. You might not like it. You might come back to the big company, or you might come back to the medium size, or you might go back to the small. That's how it is. So that's just it with medium sized companies. Like I said, everybody's not gonna agree with me. Everybody's not. People like, man, medium sized companies suck, man. Or there's no such thing as medium. There's rather big or small. You get your mid-sized companies, to my opinion, because I've driven for all three. I know the feeling of calling in and, oh, I'm truck 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I also know the company of, oh, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Who is this? That's medium-sized company. Hey, what's your name? Now they'll ask you for your truck number, to get your info. And then I've got the feeling of, hey, what's going on? Galen, how you doing? What's going on? So, yeah. So that's it with medium-sized companies. I'm going to go ahead and make a few more videos and stuff. Like I said, I got a long day driving. I'll probably make another one. Like I said, I apologize for the shaking of the truck and stuff like that. I'm hitting these bumps on the road, So other than that, y'all be safe out there. Remember, if you're a driver, I appreciate you. I respect you because everybody can't do what you do. All right, everybody can't do that. Because if everybody can, if it was that easy, everybody would do it. That's the famous saying. If it was easy, everybody do it. Because there's good money in it. Some of us, 50,000 to 6 figures. Some of us. I wish I could make 6 figures. Company drivers, shoot. But some of us make that type of money, you know. So just know, if you can tell somebody, hey, without a college, you know, without a high school education, you know, without a college degree, you can make 60, 70 grand. Or you go a different area, a different path, you can make 6 figures. You go another path, you can own your own company and you can run your own thing. And you can pay yourself whatever you want to make. You know, it could everybody would want to do it, but everybody can't. You know, it was on the news the other day why drivers don't want to do it, because it's such a hard job. You know, it's not easy. This is not an easy job. So I commend everybody. I salute you. I salute every driver, every subscriber I got. If you're a driver or not, you know, I respect you. If you're thinking about getting into it, it's a wonderful industry to get in. You get paid to travel. That's how you get paid to travel this country. Don't take it as, oh, I just got to go here, I just got to go there, and stuff like that. You know, you get paid to travel. I've been to places I never thought I'd been to. You know, working in the office. You know, hanging out in Salt Lake City, hanging out in Fresno, California, going to New York City. I've been to all those places in this truck. In a truck. Yeah, I didn't drive through it, but I got there in a truck. You know, so other than that, y'all be safe, be blessed. Like I said, you know, life is too good to be stressed. I've been to places where people should stress every day, and it's not in this country. All right, so y'all be blessed out there. Subscribe, comment. I'm gonna make another video probably tomorrow once I hit the road, and then I'll make another one. But I'm gonna talk about the small companies, and the small companies, I can tell you firsthand how they are, because I drive for a small company. All right, so I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Y'all be safe out there.